So if you planning on buying a new or used pickup truck and you in between trying to figure out which one is better for you, do you want to buy new or you want to buy used? Hold up real quick. I'm gonna give you guys a quick little tip on why I prefer that you buy pretty much used instead of new. There's a whole lot of things you can save yourself from. If you plan on buying a truck like this, a Ram 1500 or Ford, whatever truck or car you want to buy new, I'm gonna tell you why it might be better that you try to consider buying used. I know most people might think used come with a bunch of issues, but in this case, it's not really that most of the time. So I'm gonna be sharing with you guys that in this video today. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Happy Sunday, and we're gonna be talking about buying a pickup truck, new or used, and why I feel like used, if you plan on buying used, it could be one of the best decisions that you can make in 2025, because you guys got to understand there's a lot of things that come into play when you plan on buying any kind of car or truck, new or used. There's a lot of factors and stuff like that. The number one biggest reasons is most people, anything you buy, new or used, your goal at the end of the day is for you to try to save as much money as you can. I don't know about y'all, but when I buy anything, my number one goal is, for me, really personally, to be able to save as much money as I can and not really spend as much as I can. That's like my goal whenever I'm buying anything new or used. So we're going to be talking about this truck right behind me, why I personally feel like if you want to buy yourself a Ram or if you want to buy one of these trucks, just try to think about going the used route. I know most people don't really think about that. They want to get brand new. They want to be the first owner. They want to be whatever, they want to think about having it first, which I understand. I myself, I feel 100% that way. But the way things is now in 2025, if you buying a truck like this, brand new, it's gonna eat up your wallet like crazy. When I mean eat up your wallet, I'm talking like you're gonna be paying a lot of money, taxes and stuff like that, especially if it's brand new. Obviously not a 2014 brand new, because we're in 2025. So let's just say it's gonna be the same truck, but just a different year. So technically a 2025 Ram 1500, and what they normally right now going for probably at least like 50 grand, 60 grand, somewhere around there. Probably fully loaded, probably gonna be around somewhere like 70, close to that. I'm not giving an exact number, but I know somewhere around that. And I just think that if you somebody who really don't have, like, if you work a 9 to 5 and you trying to really, I get it, you want to get your truck, you want to get yourself a truck, but you working a 9 to 5 and you know how it is, like things can be very, very pricey, especially now. Price for everything starting to go up. It's going to keep going up. The smartest thing I would do, what I did was I found my beautiful 2014 Dodge Ram at a dealership in New Jersey, and they wanted about 19 grand, 20 grand for this truck right behind me right here. That's used. This is not brand new, which is not that bad, because it had, like, I think at that time it had like 100 and something on a miles. A lot lower than 147 now that I have. I don't remember the exact number. But so what I ended up doing was, end up deciding to go the used route, because I'm gonna give you guys my reasons why I decided to go the used route. And then I'm gonna tell you guys why you want to go that route instead of you going the new route, because the new route come with a lot of headaches and a lot of things that it might seem like you're getting a brand new truck, but they robbing the shit out of you because
as you can see, I'm getting robbed.
you're gonna be paying a shit ton in tax, insurance costs, all that. So I'm gonna be telling you guys. So what I technically did, right? This truck was listed up for I think 20 something, almost 21, 29.95 or something like that. So obviously I had a different vehicle then. It was a 2014 Ford Fusion. I'm trying to set up my camera. It was a 2014 Ford Fusion that I had. One of the worst decisions I ever made was buying an effing Ford Fusion. And I think it's just because, I mean, it wasn't a car itself, but I think it was a car that was in an accident. I bought it cash. Didn't really do my homework on that. But long story short, when I seen this Ram at that dealership, I knew I was gonna go the used route because I was looking at Ram before too. I was looking at new and used, but here's what I did. So you could do the same thing. Obviously, you can do the same thing with brand new trucks, but you're still not gonna be saving as much as you will compared to used. So my Ford Fusion that I had, I took that to the dealership and they made me like a they gave me like a cash offer for it, and then I had put down some money with the offer that they have. So he offered somewhere, I think he offered me somewhere around like I think it was like 5. Even though I lost money on that Ford Fusion, obviously, because I paid like 7 grand for it. I mean 7 grand for it. So I lost some money on there, but they offered me 5 because the car had like a ton of issue, transmission issue. Trans was slipping. There was a lot of stuff going on with that car, but I think it was pretty fair that he offered me that, and I put that money towards this car, this truck, and this truck, right, was going for 20K, but he agreed to let it go for about I think I gotta fix my camera. My hand hurting right now. So he agreed to let this truck behind me go for about I think it was around. So he took off about 5 grand off it. So it wasn't when, you know, I decided to trade in the Ford Fusion, but it was when I got there. This truck was there for a while. I mean, it wasn't there for a while, but it had just came in and they was doing some stuff with it. So it needed new inspection stickers. It needed new tires, pretty much, and stuff like that. So what I end up doing, obviously, the tires, I end up taking the truck as it is. Yet, I mean, obviously they inspect everything else. The only thing that they didn't do was the tires. He was waiting on tires to come in, and then it needed inspection. That was like the 2 major things, and obviously that was the reason why I took it as it is. It's not like it had any kind of mechanical issue, but he made it clear to me, and it was a decision that I wanted to make, and I wanted to take because I was gonna save myself about 15 grand, which was pretty decent. I mean, not 15 grand, but I was gonna save myself about like a couple thousands, which was pretty decent. And then I ended up trading in the Ford Fusion. It was a headache, traded in, and then the rest of the money, I came up with that. So I saved myself about a couple thousands and stuff like that, which for a truck like this with the miles on there, like it's not crazy miles, but I think that it was a pretty decent deal. It wasn't like overall like the best. Like I mean, I saved myself a couple thousand, so I'll say it was a pretty good deal. But now the thing about it, right? Let's say you were to buy this truck right here, brand new, but a 2025 version. So the 2025, right, is going for right now, probably going for at least like roughly 15 fully loaded, probably going to be like 50 to 60K. So you're spending 50 to 60K, maybe paying out of pocket or financing. But here's the thing, right? You're going to be paying. I had to wait for that truck to go by. It's of course, it's a Dodge 2500 Cummins. Sounds sick, but I had to let it go past because it was kind of loud. But so let's say you're spending 50 to 60K on one of these trucks, like the brand new 2025 one, or I might be lower than that. It's probably going to be a little bit more. So you're going to be paying taxes. The tax is going to probably be like 2 grand, somewhere around there. You're gonna be paying for, you're gonna have a higher insurance, your premium insurance. It's gonna be a little bit higher, stuff like that. And I don't know about the sticker price, brand new, whatever this. I don't know about how that normally go, but that sometimes is something that's also added into whatever you're gonna be paying for your vehicle. But you're spending 60, 50K, 70K on one of these trucks when the crazy part is like that 70 bands, let's say you pay cash. The minute you sign off, drive that vehicle off the lot, pretty much that's the end of it right there. You're gonna lose, your money gonna start tanking down. Even if you decide the next day you wanna be able to take it back to that dealership and sell it, you're not gonna get what you pay for it. You know, you're really not gonna get what you pay for. That's like one of my biggest thing about, if I'm gonna buy any car or truck new, obviously, don't get me wrong, there's certain vehicles out there I'd rather buy brand new. But when it comes to pickup truck, I know for a fact sometimes pickup truck hold their value. But the way things is now into this world, like buying anything top dollar and stuff like that is not really like the smartest thing to do. Like that's why I would stick to buying used yet. But if you got the cash flow, this and that, you know, to do so, you can always do so. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I gotta sit in the car right now, man. The sun just came back out and it's super hot outside. I'm over here sweating my ass off, about to head to the gym. So I'm about to sit in the car and we're gonna talk about this a little bit more. Gotta turn the AC on, man, but y'all see how she look. It's crazy how good this truck look, man, for a 2015 Ram. Definitely look real good. All right, y'all, I gotta sit in the car real quick. Yeah, I'm starting to sweat my ass off out there. So, you're spending all this money to buy something like a brand new car, truck, a brand new Ram. The minute you take that, the minute you drive off the lot with it, it's a wrap. You're not gonna be seeing any, you're not gonna get really your money that you spend on that. And I know sometimes like brand new cars, like the fees and stuff that they charge you, that it sometimes adds up like crazy. Like sometimes it'd be like at least like 3K, 4K. But another thing too, why a used truck is very, very, one of the smartest things that you could do by buying used, because a used truck market has a whole different like they have a huge range of different kind of truck specs and stuff like that they probably discontinue making, that you have the options to be able to buy, compared to like a newer truck and stuff like that. They might not be in production yet and stuff. But it's just like some of these things though to really like take a look at, because like you'll be saving yourself when you see how much you save. Like just by what I spent on this truck, it's not even half of what you would spend on a brand new truck. Like that's the crazy part about it. Like you got to think, because you know me, when I spend my money, I like to spend my money a certain way. I just want to make like the best decision when I'm making, you know, when I'm buying something. At the end of the day, especially cars and trucks, cars and stuff, not really like the best thing for investments, but there's ways that I could see it as it being something that can open up the door for you as an investment, but not like long-term wise and stuff, if that makes sense. But this is just me sharing my thoughts with you guys. But feel free to leave a comment down below. I need you guys to subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because this truck got a lot of things coming, so you want to stay tuned, become part of the family. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.